This is the OPS pregame report.
We are live from Homestead High School as we get set for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the Homestead Spartans and Blackhawk Christian Braves. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt Suffering alongside Braden Carroll and our sideline reporter Jenna Lane as we are about 10 minutes away from tip-off of tonight's matchup. And Braden, it's finally here. The game everyone has been waiting for all season. Two unbeatens, two of the top teams in the state regardless of class. It's number 3 Blackhawk versus number 4 Homestead. This one has been circled for a long time and it's finally here.
This is easily the most anticipated matchup for both of these squads. And the coaches poll, the one poll that measures, or the one major poll between all the classes in Indiana, has both these teams in the top 5. They're proven, they're undefeated, they both have double-digit wins. This should be a fantastic game.
Before we start breaking down each of these teams, we have to talk about the talent that's on the court tonight. Of course, most people know by now the 3 biggest names in all of Fort Wayne this year are Caleb First, Luke Goody, and Fletcher Lawyer. 3 players who will be playing college basketball in the Big Ten, and we will soon see 2 of these players that are going against each other tonight on opposing teams become teammates when they get to the college level.
It's wild that we get to see this kind of competition, this kind of talent in one game. You have 2 players both going to Purdue, 3 players who all are averaging above 20 points per game out of First, Lawyer, and Goody. You hardly ever see this kind of game where you have this much talent in both squads.
Now let's take a look at the teams tonight. 2 future Big Ten players in Luke Goody and Fletcher Lawyer.
And these 2 really are the backbone of this Homestead squad. You take one of them out and it's not the same team. They're not undefeated, but they both are just absolutely dominant, averaging above 20 points per game. Fletcher Lawyer first in the nation in free throw percentage, just to get an indicator of how much of a spot-on shooter he is. Both these 2 players bound for D1, bound for Big Ten.
Tonight, a long-awaited matchup. 2 undefeated teams. One will leave with a blemished record.
Goody slams it for Homestead. A slam dunk by Luke Goody. Harmon, a 3-pointer. That's good. Quinn Harmon's in the first quarter. Knocks down a 3-pointer for the Homestead Spartans.
The Blackhawk Braves enter Spartan Arena.
Live to Homestead High School as we get set for starting lineups and tip-off. It's going to be a great game tonight. Braden between Homestead and Blackhawk Christian. Now let's look at the starting lineup for the Blackhawk Christian Braves.
Such a great game between these 2 squads. Historically, they've had some close battles, and everybody's expecting this one to be just as exciting.
Officials Tom Newert, Mike Johnson, and Charles Smith as the tip controlled by the Blackhawk Christian Braves. They are ranked number 1 in Class 2A, 10-0 overall on the season. You see the starters there first, Wood, Burke, Boyer, and Davidson as early on. Blackhawk Christian able to score at Zane Burke with the 2-pointer.
You should expect fast possessions like that all night long from Blackhawk Christian.
Goody answers right back for Homestead, other end. A 3-pointer. Spartans with the lead. 7:24 to go in the first. Burke to Wood. Driving in, that's Boyer, misses the shot. Out the pass to Lawyer. He wants to drive it for the Spartans. Now to Leaper, over to Goody. Fires another 3-ball off the back of the iron. Controlled by First. The Purdue commit. Burke swirls it in for his second basket of the game. Now 4 points for Zane Burke as Blackhawk reclaims the lead. 4-3. Lawyer pull up on First, got it. Fletcher Lawyer scores his first points of the game for Homestead. Spartans back in front. It's been back and forth so far.
And you really shouldn't be surprised to see how fast both these offenses are moving. They rely on the fast-paced offense to get it going.
And First throws it down. Caleb First. What a way to score his first basket of the game. 10 seconds to go. Lawyer, left side for Goody. 4 seconds, Goody. A 3-ball. He deposits the jumper. Luke Goody. That shot is no good as Homestead takes a 3-point lead heading into half. It's 35-32 after 2 quarters. And right now, let's send it down to sideline reporter Jenna Lane, who was with Homestead head coach Chris Johnson.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with Coach Johnson. And, Coach, you're currently ahead by 3 points. We knew it was going to be a high-level game, and it hasn't disappointed. So how would you assess your team's play in the first half?
Well, just like what you said. I mean, 2 good games going at it, 2 teams going at it, and, a lot of talent out here. It's fun, to watch. But, again, it's going to be a matter of making shots. Right there at the end, we hit a couple threes to be able to put us ahead. Playing against a very good ball club, so defensively we got to get better.
Thank you. Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Jenna. Homestead up by 3 points thanks to a last-second Lou Goody three-pointer to end that second quarter, 35-32. Thanks for joining us. And when we come back, we're going to have the halftime show. We'll be back right after this.
This is the OPS Halftime Report.
Welcome to the OPS Halftime Report. As Homestead has a 35-32 lead over Blackhawk Christian. Now some stats in the first half. Homestead is, actually Blackhawk is not knocked down a three-pointer. 0-6, Homestead 4-12 beyond the arc.
Yeah, and that has been a crucial factor to Homestead's 3-point lead right now. Blackhawk Christian, they're a team that usually thrives from beyond the arc, but right now nothing's going. Luckily, Caleb First has been able to pick up the slack down low and get them some buckets off the boards, off those missed 3-pointers, keeping them in this game.
Yeah, Homestead is 11 of 14 on 2, and Blackhawk 16 of 20 on 2-pointers. So both teams very effectively shooting that 2-ball in this game. What are your takeaways from that first half?
Well, right now both teams are playing a very clean style of basketball. Maybe not when it comes to shooting, especially from beyond the arc. But when it comes to turnovers, right now Blackhawk only has 4, Homestead only has 2. We already know that both these squads play a very clean style of basketball, but right now they're playing with limited mistakes in a very crucial situation in a big game like this.
Welcome back live to Homestead High Schools. We have a score update. Homestead leading 11-9 over Mishawaka Marion with the first quarter ending. Not surprised to see that as both teams are ranked in the top 20.
Yeah, we just talked about that game a little bit ago. We knew this would be a very competitive game, and at the end of one, it appears so. Mishawaka Marion only down 2.
Ayanna Patterson hit 1,000 career points. Congrats to her, a fantastic player, only a junior, one of the top players in the country. I know we've watched her play as broadcasters at Homestead the past few seasons, and she really is a talented player, so 1,000 career points, that's quite the milestone. As underneath, the Braves able to add, that's Boyer, now with 6. Tied at 53.
Homestead, they really need a bucket on this possession, especially from Fletcher Lawyer. I'm sure Coach Parker wants to see him get out of this funk with a nice jumper here.
Lawyer, cold-blooded, knocks down the triple, up to 15 points and gives Homestead a 3-point lead.
And he made that 3-pointer right when Homestead needed it. Like I said, he's been having a little bit of an off night when it comes to shooting, but right there, clutch 3-pointer.
Burke can't get the 3-pointer to fall, but underneath, First scores now with 27 points.
And that has been the story all night long for Blackhawk Christian.
Lawyer, a 3-ball for Homestead. Back-to-back threes for Fletcher Lawyer. And he's up to 18 points just like that. I guess I should say Homestead in the double bonus as Goody knocks down both free throws. An 11-point lead. Yep, don't foul. 12-point lead. 15 seconds to go as Homestead comes away with their biggest win of the season. A 72-60 victory over the #1 ranked Blackhawk Christian Braves. Homestead improves to 13-0 on the season. What a huge win for this Homestead team.
Any doubt that was had for Homestead certainly has been taken away now, knocking off a top 5 team in the coaches poll in Sagarin rankings and in double-digit fashion.
Big win for Luke Goody and Fletcher Lawyer. Now let's send it down to sideline reporter Jenna Lane, who's with Luke Goody.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with senior Luke Goody. And Luke, big win tonight over one of the best teams in the state. How are you guys able to get that done?
We had a good game plan going into the game. Coach Johnson always has us prepared, and we came out here, we executed. Caleb first had a good game, still had 27, but one of our biggest focuses was to shut down their other scorers and to hold one of their best scorers to 4 points. Credit to Grant Simmons and all the other guys that guarded him. I feel like we came out and we executed really well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Jenna, as Homestead gets the 72-60 win over the Blackhawk Christian Braves. A huge win for Homestead over a very good Blackhawk team. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have team stats, and Homestead improves to 13-0 with the win, winning by a score of 72-60, handing the Braves their first loss of the season. Luke Goody improves to 3-1 against good friend and AAU teammate Caleb First at the high school level. Homestead doesn't get much of a break as they have a tough task on Friday against the Snyder Panthers. For Braden Carroll, Jenna Lane, and the entire Homestead Live crew, this is Matt Solfrank saying so long from Homestead High School. This has been a presentation of Homestead Live.